In a bold move to bolster American manufacturing, President Donald Trump has announced a sweeping 25% tariff on all steel and aluminum imports, effective March 4, 2025. This decision, eliminating previous exemptions for allied nations, aims to rejuvenate the domestic steel industry and reduce reliance on foreign metals. But will these tariffs strengthen America's industrial backbone, or could they trigger unintended economic consequences? During his first term, Trump imposed tariffs on steel and aluminum imports, citing national security concerns under Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act of 1962. These measures were designed to protect domestic industries from global overproduction and dumping practices, particularly by China. While initial tariffs included some exemptions for allies, the latest directive removes all exceptions, applying uniformly to countries like Canada, Mexico, Japan, and South Korea. The administration argues that this decisive action is necessary to counteract unfair trade practices and to revitalize U.S. steel production. The immediate effect of the tariffs has been a surge in U.S. steel stocks, with companies like Cleveland-Cliffs, Nucor, and Steel Dynamics experiencing significant gains. Domestic steel producers anticipate increased demand as foreign metals become more expensive, potentially leading to job creation and higher production levels within the United States. However, the broader economic implications are complex. Industries reliant on steel and aluminum, such as automotive and construction, may face increased production costs, which could be passed on to consumers in the form of higher prices. Critics warn that these tariffs might escalate trade tensions, prompting retaliatory measures from affected nations. For instance, the European Union and South Korea have expressed concerns over the tariffs' justification and potential impacts, leading to discussions aimed at mitigating repercussions. Economists caution that while the tariffs aim to protect domestic jobs, they could inadvertently harm more workers in manufacturing sectors that depend on imported steel. A study of the 2002 steel tariffs enacted by the Bush administration showed that they caused more job losses than gains, serving as a cautionary tale for the current policy. Trump's renewed steel tariffs underscore a broader philosophy, one that prioritizes economic nationalism over globalist trade policies. Unlike previous administrations that embraced free trade agreements, often at the expense of American industries, Trump's America First approach acknowledges a hard truth. An over-reliance on foreign production leaves key sectors vulnerable. Alexander Hamilton, one of the greatest architects of American economic policy, understood this well when he championed protective tariffs in the 1790s to develop domestic manufacturing. Trump's policies echo this same logic, reinforcing the need for national self-sufficiency in critical industries. But here's the intellectual paradox. Critics of protectionism frequently cite Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations as proof that free trade is the ultimate path to prosperity. Yet, they ignore that even Smith recognized the necessity of temporary tariffs to nurture nascent industries. Trump's steel tariffs serve a similar function, not as a rejection of capitalism, but as a strategic intervention to recalibrate an unfair playing field distorted by China's state-subsidized steel dumping. The real question is whether America has the political will to endure short-term economic friction in exchange for long-term industrial strength. Globalists argue that steel tariffs could provoke retaliation and raise costs for steel-consuming industries like automotive and construction. But the counterpoint, supported by economists like Friedrich List, is that a strong manufacturing base isn't just an economic necessity, but a national security imperative. If supply chains for essential materials like steel are controlled by adversaries, America's sovereignty is compromised. Consider how China's dominance in rare earth minerals has already put the U.S. at a strategic disadvantage. Would we allow the same vulnerability in steel? What are your thoughts on the new steel tariffs? Do you believe they will revitalize American manufacturing or lead to economic challenges? Share your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more in-depth analyses of Trump's policies and their impacts.